Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And do subscribe our YouTube and Telegram channels. Now let's start our discussion.
Welcome to English Lecture Notes. Today's topic is Function of Disguise in Shakespearean Comedies. Shakespeare was a great fan of the potentials of cross-dressing and used the device often, especially in his comedies. Shakespeare uses the idea of disguise in many of his plays. It is used as an escape from the characters' personalities and sometimes for comic effect. Disguise can give the freedom to a character to act how they like and a chance for them to show their views. It was in the 16th century that there became an increased sense of self-consciousness and identity. The disguise of appearance usually occurs in comedy, while in tragedy the disguise of manner or behavior is exploited more. One of the most important and repeated themes in Shakespeare's plays is disguise. He alters the identity of a character and uses the disguise to draw the audience in, to reinforce the irony, as well as to develop or advance the theme. Shakespeare created the characters being in different types of disguise. It is also called cross-dressing. Shakespeare utilizes this type of disguise in his comedies and he does not avoid using it in his tragedies as well. Shakespeare regularly uses disguise in order to afford the female character more freedom in a restrictive society for women. The female character dressed as a man can move more freely, speak more freely and use their wit and intelligence to overcome problems. Function of disguise in The Merchant of Venice. There is a multiple disguise in the comedy The Merchant of Venice. Three women disguise themselves as men. However, not all three disguises are the same. In the story, the first woman in disguise is Jessica. She is the daughter of Shylock, a Jew, and she wants to escape from home as she falls in love with a Christian man. She guises herself as a torchbearer or a page. However, in essence, she could escape in her common dress, since her father is away from home. Her aim is only to escape and be with her lover. When she flees from home, she feels ashamed of wearing male clothes and tells it to her beloved man. She does not like the guys at all. Portia's and Nereus's disguise is much more important for the plot than that of Jessica's. Portia decides to disguise herself as a wise lawyer, Balthazar and her maid, as a servant to be allowed to enter the court of justice, and save her husband's fellow's life. Portia is also the only one of the Shakespeare's heroines to adopt and relinquish male disguise not under the pressure of events from outside, but by her own choice of time and circumstances. Portia invents a role that will give her authority over the men in the play. Portia adds certain touches to her disguise to make it convincing and complete. She makes her voice harder, and talks proudly as many men do. Thus even her husband does not recognize her. The disguised Portia repeatedly displays her intelligence in the courtroom. In her disguise, Portia presents Bassanio with one final test, to prove his love and devotion to her, bringing to completion her engagement and experimentation. Portia experiments with Bassanio's commitment to the ornament that was to be the symbol of his love and devotion to her, thereby experimenting with Bassanio's love for her. Another thing is that Jessica escapes the tedium of Shylock's house by dressing as a page. Next we have to discuss the function of disguise in As You Like It. In As You Like It, the disguise becomes very comical as in the time it was written only men could act on stage. This could lead to much confusion and comedy in the roles of those in disguise. It is one of those ingenious Shakespearean plays, which uses the tool of disguise to change the conventional notion of certain issues in society. In the play, the characters of Rosalind and Celia disguise themselves and the whole consequence happens. When Rosalind leaves for the forest of Arden with Celia, they disguise themselves for safety, but very soon we see that even when they found Duke Xenia, Orlando and others in the forest, they don't come out of disguise, and this is when we learn the importance of the idea of disguise in the play. Rosalind chooses to be Ganymede, which is the name of a Greek mythical character known for its boyish beauty. It stands exactly opposite to what Rosalind actually is, a beautiful girl. Celia chooses to be aliena, which in Latin means stranger. It may mean that, after knowing the true face of her father, due to his cruelty and leaving everything behind, she is a stranger to her own self. The disguise allows them to do what normally they can't as women. As Ganymede, Rosalind tests the loyalty of Orlando thoroughly. She can enjoy freedom of speech. She can express her feelings at first, which as a woman is required from her to be controlled. Here disguise suggests to us subtly of something serious, while using it to create comic effects every now and then. The personality of Rosalind was revealed through the way she enjoyed to trick people, as two of the main characters spend most of the play disguised as other people. The theme of disguise is central theme in As You Like It. It presents a lot of dramatic opportunities. Function of disguise in Twelfth Night. As in most comedies, William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night also extensively uses disguises and mistaken identities to add comical element to the play. Viola's disguise as Duke Orison's page is crucial to the plot of the play. It creates the mystery, confusion and misunderstandings that advances the plot and the subsequent subplot. Viola's disguise makes the play more exciting. The plot depends on disguise of appearance. The characters fall in love with each other, blind to the gender and to each other's true identity. The masks and disguise creates disorder in the play. The female protagonist Viola falls in love with Duke Orsino, who profoundly loves Olivia, here thus creating a comical love triangle. Viola disguises herself as a gentleman to protect her youth and maidenhood in Illyria. Olivia also disguises herself as a sister mourning the death of her brother. To escape from Orsino, Fester disguises himself as Sir Topaz, a priest, to take revenge on Malvolio during his visit to prison. We also find in the play the disguise of Malvolio, who dresses himself in a very strange way, as he puts on crossed garters and yellow stocking, in an attempt of winning Olivia. So in short, using disguise allows Shakespeare to create many memorable scenes of confusion, discovery, comedy, social satire, merriment, festivity, hilarity, but above all, entertainment. Shakespeare's use of this device could foster humor or a sense of impending doom, and as such, disguise is an incredibly powerful narrative technique.
That's all for today. If you find this video informative, please do subscribe our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon to get the notification of our coming videos. Thank you for watching.